Where? All right. Post updates, obviously not correct. Post direct message, obviously not it. Get user, no. Get replies, no. Get user timeline, nope. Get status. Returns a single status message. Oh wait, look at all these things that it doesn't. Oh, get okay. It just didn't have. Why would it do that? Oh my god! I was like, okay. Oh my gosh, I was freaking out. I didn't read this thing about many other methods, including. So I thought this was literally the index, like this was the directory, and I was like, why isn't it not on here? Oh, that was terrifying. I'll be honest. I was terrified by all of that. But we seem to be through it. It was just a false alarm. We're good. We're still on track. Okay. So yeah, cool. We can do like so many things. Whoops, not save. Control F. Search. Uh, so get search. Yeah. All right. Good. Since ID. Why is there no max ID here? I'm now inclined to wonder. uh, Hopefully that's just an oversight, and it does in fact accept a max ID. Because if it didn't accept a max ID, what good would it be? I mean, if we do this per page equals, then like maybe that's another way to do it. But like, that just seems really weird. um, since ID. No, max ID was going to be more useful than since ID. Well, like they were both going to be very useful. Specifically, they were going to be very useful together. Oh man, maybe this is the point where I'll need to hack it, right? Like if I'll just because like I have no clue how any of this works, but I'm pretty good at figuring out how things work. So if they're not using Since ID, I might just have to change what they're doing. Like, and so like right now I'm using. Oh man, that's gonna be really gnarly though, because like I said, I have no clue what they're doing in like basically any regard. So if I like go in and start trying to like hack their stuff, then like I could at least hum while I think. Yes, that's to answer your question. I could hum while I think. I could just tap dance and not game dev at all. But uh, so uh, so like I guess I don't know. I'm really tempted to just like because like get like max ID, totally a thing, totally a real thing that exists, and yet they don't. They just seem to be ignoring it, or they forgot to put it in the docs. um, I mean, I could. So the reason, like, so okay, so the reason, like okay, so with page number and per page, like, there's a way that you can kind of like get uh, that's me tap dancing. I'm wearing soft soled shoes, so you can't hear it, but I'm totally tap dancing. I swear. Uh, okay. The Yeah, the reason I'm not super enthusiastic about this is that like if you okay, let's say there are like 30 things, and so you search like 10 per page, right? And so you search for the first page, and then you search for the second page, and then you search for the third page. If between when you search for the first and any of the other pages, if something had been added to the list, Well, no, okay, I guess as long as you search from the first to the last and not from the last to the first, then you won't miss any. Because so okay, let's say so if you search in reverse order, if you search for the last page and then you search for the second page, then you search for the first page, if something had been added to the list, because these things get added to the top, right? So if something had been added to the list, like when you search for the third page, you would have gotten items like 21 through 30. When you searched for the second page, if something had gotten added, you might get item 12 through no, not 12 through 21. You might have gotten item 12 or 10 through 19 because if item 0 had gotten added to the top of the list, then like everything would have been shifted down, and so you never would have seen item 20 because you would have seen 21 through 30 and you would have seen 10 through 19. So I guess like the trick then is just to always go in reverse chronological order through the pages. So let's look at our pseudocode. Is that legit with what we've been specking out? Yeah. Yeah. It's just not as clean. It's like just slightly less efficient. Or it's like, I mean, like now instead of just getting like good results, we get like this weird duplication overlap thing. But I guess it should technically still work. I guess. I don't know. What? And the fact that it's like the fact that it gives me weird like other things to work with other than like what the API itself uses, like other than what Twitter uses, makes me think that it's not just running one search. Makes me think it's running like actually many of searches. I really don't want to have to hack this because as soon as I hack this, then it'll become every error that I encounter after I hack this, it'll become completely unclear to me whether it was their error and I can look it up and I can look up a workaround, or if it was my error and I have to change something again. So everything is the worst. Everything is the worst all the time, forever. Okay. Uh, Maybe it'll be a really easy hack. Maybe it'll just be like really easy. Because like literally they're using Sync ID. So I feel like it should be as simple as like however they're using Sync ID, just go in and make them use Max ID as well. Fingers crossed. um, all right, but it's just tough now because now hypothetically I'm in the place where I should start moving forward with this. Um, and I like moving forward with things that I think will work. Honestly, this thing I don't think will work. It seems more likely that it won't work than that it will. So, I don't know. I get to just waste a day, I guess. I mean, who knows? Maybe it will work, right? Maybe everything will go great. But I don't have the option of certainty here. It's just not. It's not on the agenda. Oh yeah, I can at least. I can test it. I don't have to go 100% for it. I can just test it, and I can even test hacking it, I guess. So let's try. Yeah, let's try searching. Let's not post stuff right now. Let's. I probably don't need as many of these things open anymore. I'll leave that one open, I guess, for now, and then close this other stuff. Okay. So yeah, I'll go with search. So get search. Excuse me. So Twitter. Get search. Search. Self. Wait, what? Do I actually have to add in self? I guess it seems to want to. Term. Oh yeah. So okay. So self. Maybe I don't need to do that. I don't know. I'm gonna try it without it. So let's just search for trusty bard, and then let's yeah, let's just do that for now. All right, so since I don't have any mechanisms in place to limit the number of searches that I run, I'll just have to manually not run more than 100 of these, 180 of these in a 15-minute period. All right, so get search trusty bard. And, oh, so it returns Twitter search results to the given term. All right, so let's say search equals that, and then returns sequence of Twitter status instances. All right, so then let's say for tweet in search print what tweet dot text, I guess. And so if we do this, then so is text a string? It'd make sense if it was, but it doesn't really say. So I guess we'll find out. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to try running this and see what happens. This will execute in new dedicated Python. Okay, good. So, blammo. Hey! Alright, HTTP errors, cool. Cannot import name Twitter. Oh, yeah, I got that from that other tutorial, so that might not be correct. I'll just like import oh yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, that tutorial was from like another source, so maybe I should actually look up something something else instead. What oh no, that's that. What am I looking up? The no, not that either. The indexed. Oh no, go away. Open with Chrome. I hate. Oh my god, I hate. I just hate this OS. I hate Windows 8. Like whenever I see a Windows 8 like dialogue thing, I just want to like punch it. Alright. No, this isn't what I'm looking for. Where is that? What was the one with like the example, like the very small example? Apparently it's not here. Great, it's my favorite. Twitter Python. It was oh yeah, here we go. All right, so no, let's see the actual import Twitter. All right, so twitter.api consumer key. Okay, so all right, so again, yeah, I don't know what solution that other guy was using, but apparently it was a different one. All right, so import Twitter twitter.api consumer key. Oh, whoops, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, these are, huh. Alright, well, it does it in a different order. So, access token equals cred access token secret, I'm guessing it's called, equals access secret. So yeah, these go in the other order apparently. I don't know if that matters, but might as well do it the way it's depicted. It probably does. I can't imagine that matters actually, but whatever. So consumer key. Oh, I guess they actually do call it something different. Whatever. I'm calling it a consumer token because I'm a rebel, I guess. Consumer secret. Maybe that name is old or something. Alright, so import Twitter, and then good. So then this should work now. Maybe. Let's try it. Nope. Didn't like that. Got an unexpected access token. Oh, access token key. Whoops. Access token key. Yeah, I guess I should have checked that instead of just assuming. Alright, save that. One of these might actually work. Oh, hey, look at that. Wait, Trusty Bard, am I now famous? um, so, hey, look at that. Mostriger, you. You're in fact now famous. Um, you're the only famous person. Uh, which is weird because I would have expected these complete results. And yet we did not get complete results. We only got one. So, oh, you know what I should be working with is there's like a there's like a there's like a way to there's like this IPython notebook or whatever where you can like without rerunning the script you can just like keep appending lines like and it'll keep evaluating live, which would be really helpful here so that I wouldn't have to keep running the search. I could just kind of like explore the data that we got back from the search. Um, but I guess yeah, no, I can't imagine. I mean, I feel like it must have just come back with exactly one result. Maybe if you don't put in any other parameters, it only gives you one result or something. Um, so let's change this up a little bit. Let's say per page. Let's put per page as like uh, per page equals. Oh wait, since ID returns results with ID greater than, yeah. There are limits to the number of tweets which can be accessed through the API. If the limit of tweets is occurred since ID, the ID will be forced to go to the oldest ID available. Annoying. So, yeah, it might just be that I want to set up another script that just runs all the time. Although I just know that I'm going to forget to run it at some point. Which is going to be annoying. Oh, and of course I would be on my laptop too. I'd want it to be on my laptop because this is where I keep all the data. Ugh. Uh, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can worry about that later, I guess. Um, okay, so no, it's annoying because like the way this would work is like roughly. Sorry, I'm gonna draw a picture because I like drawing pictures. Um, so like this, let's say this is like the span during which the stream is up and running and the script is on, and so like during this entire time, like everything works great, yay, hooray forever. But like here's like the cutoff, right? Here's like the part where the stream goes off, the script goes off, and so like if replies come in like here, like if replies like keep coming in, let's say hypothetically like too many come in, and then the next day when the stream starts up again, it can't read in all the replies. The really annoying part is that it'll read in the newest replies, which is exactly not what I would want to have happen. What I would want to have happen is that it would read in like at least the oldest ones, because like these ones were the ones that were like closest to on time. So like these are like the most important ones hypothetically. Like these are the ones that should have gotten tabulated. Ah, dumb. Just legit dumb. Um, maybe this is something that I can hack. I hope. I really hope this I can hack. Because I think like with I think this is an artificial limit. I think like the only reason they would be hitting this limit is because they're not using max ID. If they used max ID, they could just start searching from a much, earlier point. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's not true. Maybe max ID in like the maybe like max ID and since ID have that limit even in like the Twitter API at like the lowest level. Um, so I guess I don't know. I guess we'll find out either way. And like worst case scenario, the worst case scenario is pretty bad. The worst case scenario is pretty annoying. Uh, well, the worst case scenario is that I like die right now, so that'd be disappointing. Uh, um, so far so good. I'm not literally dead. All right, so per page equals 15. Sure. Uh, show user. What's show user? Oh, prefix is screen name and status. Query users was query users. Set to false, then all users only have screen name and profile image URL. Wait. If set to true, all information of users are available, but it uses lots of request quota. Oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound necessary. Uh, so wait, when it says returns a sequence of Twitter status instances, a sequence of Twitter status instances, I assumed it meant a list, but like, sequence? Could it mean something different? I don't see how. I don't see how the return data would be useful if it's not something I can iterate over. Because like whether it's a list or a dictionary or whatever, like hypothetically, it would have still come back with more than one. But all right, I guess I'll just. I mean, I'm definitely not running these searches at a rate of 180 per 15 minutes, so I can at least run one more. What? Did not like that per page. Unexpected keyword per page? Are you kidding? Per page equals 15. Unexpected keyword argument per page. What are you talking about? Maybe these docs are out of date and it actually does use like max ID. Maybe per page was like the old way of doing it. Of course, that wouldn't explain why we only got one result on the previous search. Hey, maybe it just isn't like that. I only have per page and I don't have page equals 1. I don't know. That doesn't necessarily make sense to me. Oh yeah, and the things like these values here, the 15 and the 1, are probably like the default values actually, right? I don't know. Unexpected argument per page. I don't. I don't even know what to do with this. All right. So what if run cell? What does run cell mean? Run selection or current line? Huh. I wonder. All right. So if I just run this, we'll get the same thing we got before, right? We'll just get that one result. Am I famous now? Is it still running though? Is it like if I say like print the length of tweet and what was the commands? Like is it still F9? Nope, didn't like that. No, alright, that doesn't work. Maybe I should try using IPython notebook or whatever. What? You jerk. Sometimes like I look for something on my computer and it gives me a web search instead. I don't know why it does that. I think just because it's a terrible operating system. um, I don't know, new notebook, whatever. I don't know if this will work, but it'd be nice if it did. Alright, so import Twitter. Oh, the cred stuff. Whatever. I don't care. It would have been nice if that would work, but I can do it. I can do it without that. All right. So yeah. So let's just get like all the information we can here. So like print the length of tweet. I mean, it'd have to be length 1, right? I can't think of any other situation where it would only be returning 1, but then again, I don't understand why it would only be returning 1 in the first place, so neither of those things make sense. Excuse me. I feel like whatever, nah, I don't know. Okay, excuse me. Huh. I just thought of something else. Like, I don't actually need to be searching for, like, literally every reply to Tweety Bard. I wonder if there's a way that I can, instead of searching through all of these things, just instead look, because, like, the only ones that'll actually be particularly pertinent. Oh, no, that's not necessarily true. I was going to say the only ones that would be necessarily pertinent are the ones where they're in response to an event, but then there's also the, I want to put in a way to link your account from, you link Twitter and Twitch together, so, uh, I, it'd be nice if mentions were just like, I wonder if they are a thing. Get mentions! Hey! Hey! That's cool. And you can use Max City and Sin City! Oh my god! That is way nicer. Wow. Alright, so cool. Let's do that instead. Heck with that other stuff. Alright, so get mentions. Yeah, because like the only time Trusty Bard is actually gonna ever do stuff like this is just through mentions. So, oh, oops, not length tweet, length search. All right, so okay, so this one should be length 2, right? Because like, oh, that's great. Because now I don't even have to filter out when Trusty Bard himself talks. So, cool. Wouldn't this be great? Let's see what it does. Hey! Alright, this is way better. The world just got bright and sunny and lovely again. So, good job, guys. We did it. We did it. Yeah, because mentions are the only important thing, really. Because every command that a person... Like, there's no way to play side quest without telling something to Trusty Bard. Trusty Bard is the storyteller and the gatekeeper of, like, essentially the entire game. So, yeah, okay, right. Ah, that's so good. That's so much nicer. And I can do Sync ID and Max ID. It only does 20 at a time, which is weird, but that's fine. And now I don't have to, like, yeah, the page stuff, like, I don't even have to worry about that dumb stuff. Oh man, so good. All right, so it's good that I set up this account through set up this app through Trusty Bard rather than setting it up through my primary account because it. Well, actually, I don't know. I assume I can't authenticate through a different account. Yeah, no, this is probably good. This is probably the correct way to do it, at least so far. So, Yeah, what should I do now? Oh, I feel like we're over the hump. Maybe that's just blind optimism. Maybe we're about to hit an even headier challenge, but we at least have like the pieces in place and we have like the tools that we need. Debatably, I should have done all of this offline and not bothered streaming any of this, but that's I don't know. Like when I'm streaming some stuff and it's like not turning out very interesting and it's like getting a bit frustrating. Like I yeah, sometimes I'll think to myself like, oh, I shouldn't be streaming this stuff. But then on the other hand, like when I do the same thing offline, I think to myself, why not stream this stuff? Because like I don't know, I'm not literally the only person on the planet that doesn't know how to do this stuff. So who knows? Someone else could find it interesting. And like I mentioned before, most of what I do on the stream that's in any way relevant to like anything is like problem solving, and this is technically problem solving. It's just it's not the type of problem that you want. It's like it's problem solving for the type of problems that you have to deal with. Not the problems that you would choose to deal with if you had to choose a problem to tackle. But you know, we can't choose our challenges that in that way. We have to just sometimes you just have to deal with the ones that come up. All right, so yeah, Twitter. Oh, oops. Am I mentioning? I'm mentioning. Oh yeah. Right. Yes. Because I. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Okay. So I need to change this. So it's not Twitter. It's TWTTR dot and then what's the yeah, how do I can probably close those docs for now. I'll leave this one open just in case I need to refer to it again. But right, so now update status or post updates. Post update or post updates. Status is the message text. Maybe longer than 140 characters. Oh, interesting. So for post updates, you can give it something longer than 140 characters, and it'll probably just split it cleanly on the 140th character mark. So I'm probably not going to use that. Oh yeah, wait, continuation. Oh, wait, the character string, if any, to be appended to all but the last message. Interesting. How does it break? Because like if this breaks cleanly, like if it breaks like heck, even if it just breaks between words like that, it's not literally the worst. I might just do my own stupid thing where I make it break where I choose for it to break instead. Because like I was already prepared to do that, and I just want it to look clean. I like things that end in full sentences. Some context might get lost between like the messages, because like if I would post multiple messages, each one individually might not, like some of them might seem a little strange. Um, but that's not that bad. That is neat though that they do that. All right, so I'll probably want to just post update, not post updates. So for li lines, so Twitter dot post update, yes. Status. Oh no, I don't need to do status equals anymore. I can just pass in the status. Cool. All right, so now we're back. Now we're back to where we were before we had to switch solutions. All right, save this. And it's funny. It saved us like working with Tweepy in the first place. Probably saved us like a couple hours and just like no, probably not that long. Probably like an hour in setting stuff up. But then it turned out to be like a less useful tool. Maybe I should be a little more. Maybe I should more often put in the effort to like set up something a little more complicated in the hope. Hey, Caps Island, how's it going? Welcome. Maybe I should more often like put like aim for something a little more complicated. In the interest of future savings, or like greater liberty in the future. Because like that was kind of what I did with Python in the first place, and sometimes I wonder if Python was the correct language for this project, or more precisely, I usually presume that Python was not, in fact, the correct choice, not exactly the best choice. Okay, so for new tweets in tweets, what we're doing here, this is where we're going to start generating our data. Oh yeah, so the other interesting thing about this data is one thing we have to do. Oh yeah, the way we process this data. So yeah, like the pseudocode that I wrote that I wrote earlier. This was for not necessarily just when we're processing data, but specifically when we're processing data the first time we run the script. And so the interesting thing about that is that excuse me. So I was thinking like, excuse me. In order to validly participate in an event, you have to participate within 24 hours, or it might change that to like 8 hours. I might even change it to like 2 hours. No, I don't know. I want it to be a little bit long. Probably like maybe like 24 hours. I'm gonna try and do 24 hours for starters. Because the script is not running all the time, I can't just disregard events that happened 24 hours ago or later, or older, I mean, because until I've processed all of the replies up until the current time, I can't know that there hadn't been a valid one prior to the 24-hour mark, even if the 24-hour mark has elapsed, because I'm not checking these replies synchronously. So so basically I have to timestamp all this data that I'm going to save. I have to timestamp it. And the only time I can rinse the old data is once I have processed replies 24 hours after the event. However, I'm processing replies in reverse chronological order. So what it actually means is that I have to load in all of the data, and eventually I can drop a lot of the data, but not until I've cleared the gap entirely. Yeah. The gap being like the where I left off from checking these updates to where I am now and working back in chronological order. So not until those two like actually meet can I actually get rid of that old data. All right, so that's just an aside. I need a sense of I've been avoiding this so far, but I need a sense of chronological time, like a greater chronology. Like the entire script, I'm pretty sure it just runs on. Well, I don't know. Actually, let me look this up. I use time.time in Python, and I actually don't know if that's relative time or if it's like persistent time. Like, is that a time that starts over whenever the script runs, or is that like literally like convertible into like the current day and year and month and I don't know why I said them in that order, but so time.time. I assume time has some manner of that. Okay, returns the time in seconds since the epoch. What's the epoch? It sounds exciting. I don't think we have epochs very often. Define epoch. Wasn't that the name of Chrono's spaceship or time travel machine that looked like a spaceship? I forget. Period of time in history. Okay, cool. So that's probably all right. So time.time actually probably is that number. Um, all right. So I can just keep using time.time, and yeah, because like I have to save time. I have to save the time value, and then when I load the script again, I just want to make sure that the script knows that like 16 hours or whatever have elapsed, or like whatever amount of time has elapsed. Um, I feel like that must be what they mean when they say epoch. That like it was probably a long time ago. Like maybe not. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't literally start at the year one, but maybe they started at like whenever computers were invented or something. Like whenever Python was invented or whatever. um, Not all systems provide time with a better precision than 1 second. That's fine. Uh, Wait, non-decreasing values? Oh, okay. Oh, because it goes by the system clock. Oh, weird. Uh, so I guess I mean I live in a time zone that celebrates celebrates that does like daylight savings. So I wonder if that would change things on wait, what is this? The offset of the local non-DST time zone in seconds west of what? um, I I can probably get by with time dot time. I feel like I feel like that's a valid approach. At least I don't know. I haven't done this before. So oh wait, what is this local time? Oh no, that's not better. Clock current processor time. Hmm. I always just use time dot time, so I've never actually bothered to look at what other options there are. Excuse me. Sorry. All right, they're just presenting these in alphabetical order, not necessarily in order of importance. So I'll just assume time is fine for now. And like I said, I might have to if it's based on my system time. I'm pretty sure my system time automatically changes on daylight saving, so I might have to watch out for that. Or worst case scenario, like an hour is lost or gained on daylight saving. So the all that would happen is that like no, I don't think that actually matters necessarily. No, it totally doesn't matter. Wait, I don't even have to save this data. I can, because I can just go by the date timestamps on the tweets themselves. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. That solves that. Because it just occurred to me, like it's not that I need these values; it's that I'm checking these relative values. So like it's always the like I said before, it's not I'm not comparing these times values to the current time. I'm comparing these time values to the other tweets. So yeah, cool. All right, so I should I should like come up with like a thing for for how I'm like saving this data out. Uh, yeah, like sorry, by thing I mean like a class. Uh, so like a event. I'll just like call it like a class for like participation or something. Class part participation. And then I guess I should probably like give events a participation because they do kind of have that. Maybe. I mean, it'd basically be replacing the event dictionary, kind of, in a way. Like the event dictionary is basically like the predecessor to this participation thing. And this is like participation is basically just going to be like it's going to keep track of like what were the original tweets, like what were the tweets that went out that represented the initiation of this event, what were the action tags for this event, and then who participated in this event, which players, like which Twitch accounts and which Twitter accounts. Oh man, Twitch and Twitter accounts are really weird because I want to support all three scenarios. The scenario wherein someone only ever plays on Twitch, someone plays on Twitch and then plays on Twitter and connects the two accounts, and the case where someone only plays on Twitter. And it's really weird because until the accounts are connected, then the person on Twitter and the person on Twitch feel like two different people. Like there's no way to know until like until someone like specifies like what is their Twitch name through Twitter. There's no way to really know that they're not just two separate people. So I think I'm basically going to keep the data separate. Like I have the players directory, and I'm going to keep a new players, like a Twitter players directory, which is going to be virtually identical, except that when a Twitter player links their account successfully, their Twitter profile is like the data of their Twitter profile is basically replaced with, it's basically moved over, and their Twitch, like the Twitch account is basically what I'm considering the primary profile. Although maybe I should get rid of that too. Maybe I should be using like a different unique identifier for these for like players, and just use like an index or something, because like, well, I mean, all I really have to work with is the name on Twitch, but I think hypothetically you can actually change your Twitch name. Like, I don't think there's like an easy mechanism for it, but I think you can like petition Twitch. I don't know if that's a true story. I heard someone said that you could do that, and I don't know if that's true. But it just occurred to me like, no, if that ever happens, I can just easily go into it'd be a lot less work to just wait for that to ever happen, and then go into the player dictionary and change the the name manually. Because that's one of the advantages to saving all your data as just like readable text, is that I can manipulate it super easy. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to manipulate it through script either, but still. Okay, so class participation. So yeah, this will have actions equals dict. Wait, no, this can all just be lists. Yeah, these can these can all just be lists. So actions, players, so like tweet IDs, because for all these things there can be multiples. Tweet IDs. Oh yeah, actually, do I want to do tweet IDs like this? The alternative would be not to. Well, no, I need to save out. Yeah, no, I need to keep track of tweet IDs, because when I save the participation out, I need to save all of the tweet IDs. So it might be slightly duplicative to keep them in multiple locations, because it's also how we look them up when processing incoming tweets. So when processing incoming. Oh yeah, interesting. I just started to think about like how we process incoming tweets, and like, so the first thing we'll have to do when we get an incoming tweet is to check who the tweet is sent to, or no, excuse me, it's obviously sent to TrustyBard, because we wouldn't be checking it if it wasn't sent to TrustyBard. But which tweet it was in response to. But just because it's a response doesn't necessarily mean that it's an attempted action. in an event. It could mean that someone just happened to click reply instead of starting a new tweet and tweeted at Trusty Bard. In fact, that's probably in fact fairly likely. So what we'll have to do is, yeah, we process to see if it is a valid participation in an event, and if so, award credit as such. And then, if not, we still have to check if it's like valid for another command. Like, because it could just be that someone happened to click on an event and replied to the event in order to link their Twitter and Twitch accounts. So, yeah. Oh, I need an at symbol in our character set, because in order to distinguish between, yeah, because like I said earlier, I want to support actually players who play exclusively on Twitter, because even if you're never on Twitch, hypothetically you could play on Twitter, and then I export my YouTube. So hypothetically, if you watched the archive on YouTube, you could see your character show up. So if I want to still have those, like I said, like I wanted to basically just treat those as like the Twitter accounts until they get linked. I basically want to tweet them, tweet them. I basically want to treat them as like, yeah, just like the same way that I would sorry, just one sec, that I would treat any other character in the game. Yeah. So, oh well, actually, oh wow. All right, this is way off topic, and I'm basically just like, this is like the planning phase. It probably doesn't seem like I'm accomplishing much, but I would argue that this is actually probably one of the most important parts of game development, is like actually like knowing what you're making. I mean, there is the alternative. You could be unscrupulous and you could just copy someone else's idea, but that makes you a bad person. And I am not a bad person. At least I try not to be. So, no, sorry. I hope you don't mind. That's basically what I'm working on now. It's what I work on a lot of the time. So, what was it? I prepped myself to go on a tangent, but I didn't even remember what tangent I was going to go on. So I'll come back to that probably at some point. All right, is there anything else I need to keep track of with participation? Actions, players, IDs, tweet IDs, and... oh, I remember what I was going to say. With players who are on Twitter, of course, when you participate in Twitter, you never actually join the channel, right? So what happens there is there has to be a timer, I guess. Oh no, you know what? I'll keep track of which players are Twitter players and which players are Twitch players, and then if when an event happens and a Twitter player doesn't participate, then yeah, I could either do it so that like if when the Twitter player chooses not to participate in an event or stops participating, essentially, then that's the cue for them to be like released from the simulation. You know, they because you know their adventure would just stop walking across the screen, etc. Or I could just do it on strict timer. Like it could be like every time a Twitter player, like kind of like a version of like lurker mode, where yeah, because essentially like a Twitter player could never be in lurker mode because there's no way to be present without actively like voicing. Yeah, I don't know. Excuse me. All right, so class participation, actions, players, and tweet IDs. I think that's everything. I think when I was saying what we need for this stuff earlier, I was pretty sure that's pretty much everything that we said. So I'll be putting this data together. I will be, yeah, so I just need oh yeah, no, so I need a dictionary of participation, and I need wait, no, I need a list of participation, and I need a dictionary I need a dictionary which points from the tweet IDs to the index in the list. Right? because wait, but what if the list? How's the list gonna change? Because I'm like, maybe the list never changes. Maybe the list. No, that's untidy. I was gonna say maybe the list never changes, but like, but then if I ever did like a 24-hour marathon, like it would just keep. I mean, maybe that's okay. Uh, I could just oh I could just empty the spots on the list. Like instead of literally like popping things off of the list, I could just zero out like that place on the list. So when something gets cleaned up, it doesn't literally change all the indexes. It just that index is basically blank then at that point. Uh, is there any is that going to come would that come back to bite me in any way? Like is there any time that I have to iterate over participation? Like when I go to save it at the end. Well, okay, so instead of like zeroing it out, I'll like set it to like a very specific value, and that way, when at the end, no, it's not even at the end that I'm going to save participation. It's at the end of an event that I save participation. It's not like at the end of everything. It's like, and actually, no, I don't just save participation at the very end. I save it every time. So yeah, maybe I just never have to iterate over this list. All right, so I think I should be good for at least one of the reasons I discussed. I might have been mistaken on one of those things, but like if any of those things are true, then I'm pretty all set. So I'll assume that. For now for now that seems fine. No red flags yet. All right. So let's let's have where's all of our event data? Because this like it's related. It's not the same thing, but it's yeah, okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. So this is the stupidest reverse list. Okay, sorry. um okay, so participation dictionary uh equals dict and then actually I need to abbreviate this because I'm going to be writing it too many times. So PTCP, participation dictionary, and participation list equals list. Alright, so yeah, so at start we're going to load in that list and start processing it and all that good stuff. But in this case, the case where in this case, the case that we're creating a new whatever we're gonna say. I'm gonna say what? It's like PTCP list dot append a new participation. Oh wait, but how do we? Well, I guess we just appended a new one, so it's obviously the last one. So we can just say the index for this one is it's like PTCP I equals the length of PTCP list minus 1, and then so then for tweet in new tweets or whatever, then PTCP. Oh yeah, these are public or global. To global PTCP list and global PTCP dict PTCP dict index by the so it's by tweet dot tweet dot what was how did we for status instance ID tweet dot ID tweet dot ID equals PTCPI and then PT. What are you complaining about? I just freaking used it, you liar. Oh, I wrote it. I typoed one of them. I was like, first you're complaining that I don't use it, then you're complaining that it doesn't exist. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to chat. I'm going to rinse your, well, oh man. Alright, actually, first things first. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to change your name in the game, just because, no particular reason. What was it? Name, sorry. People can have really creative Twitch names, and so I'm just going to I'm just going to give you an even more creative one, or a differently creative one. So you'll be Toasty Coconut Party. How's that? There you go. Did that work? Oh yeah, you know what I just remembered? Toasty Coconut Party. Cool. Okay. So first things first. Okay, that, and then second thing, I'm gonna rinse your chat just because I don't like some of the way you phrased it. I forgot what you said. I should have paid more attention to what you said before I deleted it so that I could reply to what you were going to say. But yeah, just in general, I don't know if you're inclined to like say things in like a way that's like polite, like then do it, like go for it. I highly endorse that that potential approach to communication. And if you don't, like, that's you know. Oh yeah, okay, wait. When I changed this stuff earlier, I forgot to keep T-Cred as the as like the whatever. Do. I probably shouldn't have made the Doomsday device so difficult because I can't remember the last time that I can't remember the last time that the Doomsday device didn't actually detonate. It just always detonates. I think it's well, it's just an immense pain and widespread destruction device, right? It wasn't actually like Doom. You all just basically died. Alright, excuse me. Oh yeah. So the thing that I was gonna change is because like I used to those commands, the commands in this the secret control panel, they used to they they used to get entered in this text box here, and so when I enter a command, it clears the contents out of this text box. But that's not actually correct. They now happen in this this box here. So all the places where previously I had been doing what pev text delete. I think it's probably still pev text delete but I need to do it on the correct widget. um, how I'm just gonna check that it is pev text delete. I think it is. I just oops, that's not correct. Where am I going? TK. All right, so this is a entry widget and delete. Yes. Okay. Good. So pev text. This isn't pev text. This is pev command, I think. Pev command. Alright, so those places that we had been referencing, pev text. It's basically every time a command is successful, it clears the fields to indicate like, yes, good. It doesn't clear the field when the command is unsuccessful, because sometimes it's unsuccessful due to a typo, and I didn't want to accidentally delete the whole thing if all I have to do is just retype like one singular word. I was so sad just when I glanced at this output here and I noticed that our friend Toasty Coconut Party decided to leave. Some people just, I don't know. They just, it's just really important to them to offend people. I don't know. I don't understand that, but so did I miss any? What was it? It used to be pev texts. No, okay, it looks like I got all of them. Good. Good then. Highlight. Alright, yeah, there's that one. Which I guess I technically should change. Why is this even here? Oh, yeah, no, that's not important. I can just get rid of that. Alright, good. Good then. Alright, get rid of that stuff. Is there... I think that's the only thing I needed to change here. Probably. Alright, what is this? Oh yeah, right, this is where we were working before. Alright, so PTCP, participation dictionary got added with that. So then the other thing is that, yeah, participation list, index PTCPI, right, because that's the index of the one that we're working on now, dot, what do I call them, like Twitter IDs or something? Tweet IDs. Tweet IDs dot append I can do this. I can spell it. Append tweet dot ID. So now the participation dictionary will know all of the tweet IDs for this event, and the dictionary will get indexed by those IDs. So regardless of which ID a player replies to, we'll know which event it corresponds to, or which participation it corresponds to. Yeah. Okay. Save that. Oh man, you know what? It's just occurred to me, like, it'd be really nice if you didn't literally have to reply to a specific tweet in order to participate in an event. And I know that's how I've been structuring this whole thing up until this point, but maybe instead, because I was just thinking, like, there's the scenario wherein a player at the end of the day, I mean, I guess this isn't so bad. Like, okay, so let's say hypothetically the stream runs for 8 hours, and at the end of the day, 8 hours later, the stream, I shut down the stream, and then, like, let's say an hour later, someone like signs onto Twitter for the day, and they're like, and then they start, so they start thumbing through their timeline, and they see like however many events, like 4 different events or whatever from that day. I mean, I guess they won't see them all next to each other, so like maybe it does make sense to reply to them one by one. But I was just thinking like, I mean, hypothetically, they could reply to them all at once. Nah, I don't know. If I decide later that that is something that I very much want, then I can try it out. But all right. So, huh? Let's I okay. Let's yeah. Let's continue. This isn't all that we have to do, is it? No, no, it's definitely not because actions. Oh yeah, we're already looping over the actions up here, so I should probably, since I have to add the actions to participation anyways, I might as well declare new participation like higher up. Like might as well do it up here. And then when I'm adding in new actions, no, where am I adding in actions? Yeah, new actions, li.lower. I can also do PTCP PTCP list index PTCP excuse me, dot actions dot append li dot lower. Yeah. All right. So then, yeah, because this is a dictionary and this is a list. So, yes, that should be good. And then we don't have to set up players yet. So okay. So now we have the yeah, we have the tweet IDs and we have the actions. So players will come later. Players will be so now. Oh yeah. So yeah, maybe. Maybe I should. Yeah, no, I don't have to make participation an aspect of the event because participation will actually persist after the end of the event. But I will. I will keep for the event. I will keep track of the PTCP ID, I guess, because. Oh wait, I can't. Huh. Indexing list at -1 doesn't work like. This doesn't work like it usually does. All right. Like usually I use -1 if I want it to cause an error, but you can index lists at -1 in Python. So I'll just say 0, I guess. I don't know. So what do you come on? Okay. So right. So okay. I'll All right. Yeah. So then so when we're setting up this new event, we can say, wait, why do we do new event up here? But oh, because I added in this check later, the research greater than or equal to 2. Yeah, that didn't used to be there. I was like, why did we do new event up here? But okay, so actually instead of PTCPI or whatever, we'll do we'll just say new ev dot PTCP ID equals that, and then yeah. So then the places that we were referencing PTCPI, we'll want to replace with these. And then that way, for the duration of the event, we can just reference the participation ID when adding new new players, because through the channel, the only time a player will be participating in an event is during the event, or technically after the event, right? The whole late dictionary thing. So I guess the late dictionary. Uh, I mean, I think I could actually still just use current event. I think like even when the late dictionary is like in uh, when it's like getting filled up, I think even then uh, like the current event hasn't been replaced yet. Technically, I think that's legit. No, we don't reference current events anywhere in the late dictionary, but I think it. I think we. Hmm. I'm just trying to think like if it'd be sketchy to just reference current event here. We haven't done it yet, but not necessarily because we can't. I think just because we didn't have to, because we keep track of late dictionary separately. Uh, I mean, I think late dictionary is actually a little archaic. No, no, we still use late dictionary. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So uh, yeah. So this will be one of the points where a player can join like the participation list or whatever. Uh, huh. Yeah. Okay. All right. This project's getting a little bit multifarious, just in terms of like now there's like data coming in from all these different sources, and like how do we I just basically on a first come first serve basis in terms of like data and participation. So like if a player's already participated and like data comes in from another source, we can just kind of ignore it, because there's not a situation wherein later data is better than earlier data. Earlier data is always better. So uh, yeah, because the first time, actually, yeah, that's also true. Is the first time a player actually gets added to the participation list is at the very end of the event, and a player can actually participate in an event and then not get added to the participation list if they begin to participate in an event but then back out before the actual end of the event. Actually, I don't know if that's true, because I think if you back out before the end of the event, you can't actually. No, yeah, you still can't enter the late dictionary that way. Okay, so I lied, but still. All right, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna mute the microphone for a second. I'll be right back. Sorry for the delay. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Um, uh, sorry. What is up with stuff? Uh, I I All right, sorry. No, I was just getting distracted by stuff. But let's continue on with what then? So now yeah. So now everything's legit. And yeah, actually, I guess I can start thinking about when to populate that other information, because I still haven't added the incoming like Twitter message handling yet. but technically the outgoing Twitter message handling, I think, is set up because that seemed fairly straightforward. You just like send it off into the internet and away it goes. Oh yeah, what happens if oh yeah, I'm not doing any special processing on like yeah, actually right now I'm not doing any processing on like what happens if like if it gets bad data. So, and I think if we read earlier, since we're using post update and not post updates, I think what happens is it just dies or something. Post update. Uh, yeah, must be less than or equal to 140 characters. So who knows what happens if you accidentally try and post something higher than 140 characters. Um, so I should set up the part where I guess I could do that now. I could set up like the error handling in the case that I'm really tempted to just use post updates. I could like test post updates and see how it works, if it works all right, and if it does, then like, why not? um, no, um, it's really tempting, but no, I shouldn't. Um, or maybe I should for now. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna use that for now, and then I'll come back and work on that later because it's not urgent to like get the breaking perfect. Um, oh yeah, do I want to the continuation character? Continuation character starts as none. So oh whoa. Twitter strips trailing ellipsis strings from messages. Okay, yeah. Oh, if you use like literal dot dot dot. All right, so uh so I would want to use the ellipsis character. Um which there's like a character for that. Right? It's in there somewhere. It'd be nice if you could search this. It'd be nice if this is a searchable reference. Uh, hey, I don't think this is it. Is it? Oh, horizontal ellipsis. Yeah. All right. Cool. Uh, yeah. Huh. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. I'm like I'm not like super enthusiastic about it, but I think just because what I really want is the like the actual solution, like the wait, what's going on here? Whoa, didn't like that. Does not like that. Uh oh, it's just huh. It's just Brooke Spider. Spider's like, I don't know what to do with that ellipsis character. Um, that's awkward. All right, I'm just not gonna worry about any of that right now. Um, I'll add a, I'll just add it to the backlog instead. That's the solution, right? Add a card. Fancier. Like tweet breaking, I guess. Or like break tweets at punctuation. Because I know I'll want to do this is eventually. Uh, I just don't want to do it right now. It's just not the most important thing. Uh, so all right, get rid of the ellipsis character, which is freaking out Spider. Um, And so uh, then what? I guess I should start working on the participation thing. So basically, at the end of the event now, I want to basically just take the list of players. We're already iterating over all the players, anyways. So just at one of those junctures. And actually no, we don't have to. We don't have to iterate literally over all the players, but when we iterate over, so for p key in event dictionary keys, right? Yeah. So just for the players in the event dictionary, every player in the event dictionary is going to get added to the participation list. This is what I was saying before. Like, I don't technically have to add all the players from the event dictionary, because the players who in the event dictionary chose not to take any action, which you can only really do in a multi-event. I'm gonna add them in anyways as having participated. Should I? Yeah, yeah, because there's no reason to encourage that. So maybe I should change how the controls for multi work. Like right now, like the reason you can do that in a multi event and not with another event is because in a multi event they toggle. So like if you want to, maybe I should make it strictly additive. No, no, I don't know. Because like right now, the actions in a multi event toggle. So if there are three actions and you choose one of them, in order to choose two of them, you just have to say the new one. You don't have to unsay the old one, or you don't have to like re-say the old one. In fact, if you want to undo the previous one, you have to unsay it. And I figured like, I don't know, it's just been like that for a while. So a lot of people know it that way. So I probably shouldn't change it at this point. Uh, yeah, whatever. The case that you choose to take no action, like you chose to take action in a multi-event and then change your mind and like don't take any action instead, like that's weird and I don't care about it. So, um, all right. So, what is it? It's like cur ev. Oh no, it's a participation list. Participation list index cur ev dot participation ID dot append. No, not dot append. Dot players dot append p key. I think players is what we called this, right? Participation lists of players. Yes, good. Okay. Good then. And then, okay, so now we can do this in the late dictionary too. Hey, Jocko, welcome back. Um, oh yeah. So right now, actually, we're using the event dictionary to keep track of late participation. But yeah, so we say if name not in event dictionary. Instead, we could just start saying like name uh, not in the participation list, because like we're using the event dictionary at this point only really to represent the participation list, and we already changed it. Although, oddly enough, like the event list is slightly more persistent than like using the current event to reference the. No, I think using the current event here is fine. Because like current event doesn't get overwritten until it's time to initiate a new event. Like this is the part at which current event actually gets overwritten. Oh, well, actually no. So there, That's the case where it gets overwritten for the automatic system. Here's the point where it gets overwritten for my secret panel, and where is it? There's another place where it gets overwritten for the GM to initiate an event, which would be here. No, that's yeah, here. But all of those, yeah, those are always in the case that a new event is getting initiated. There's no other place that we, yeah. All right, so no, it's fine to use current event for the late dictionary. So how do I want to do this? Oh yeah, all right. So remember earlier I was talking about like linking Twitter accounts and stuff. So I was thinking like when you linked your Twitter account to your Twitch account, like your experience points would transfer over. But as I've mentioned, there are like a million ways to like exploit this system. And um, one way would be to like play the game with like, again, I don't, it's not necessarily that I think people will do this, it's just that because it's feasible, like I don't want to let the game, I don't want to leave the game in such a state where people could do this. um, like someone hypothetically could play with like multiple Twitter accounts and then link each of their Twitter accounts to their main account in order to get like a boost of experience, because they could have participated with any number of Twitter accounts, and and by linking all of them, they would then transfer all of that experience over. So I might just make it so that the experience doesn't transfer. It's a little harsh, but no. But then what about the case where someone starts playing on Twitter and then only later decides to join Twitch? I guess I can make it so that like uh, your first Twitter account, its data transfers over, but then if you try and change it, no, that doesn't work either. Because I don't. I mean, I could kind of do that, but then I would need like two-step verification for linking Twitter accounts. Maybe that's fine. Maybe I'll just make it require two steps. So like you can't just like, because like right now I was planning it's like on Twitter, you'd basically just say what your Twitch name was, and then Trusty Bard would remember that, and then all of a sudden your accounts are linked magically. Um, but if there's a negative component to linking an account, right now it's strictly additive. It's just that player gets experience. Uh, but if there's a negative component, like a restriction on how many times you can link your account, then uh, trolls could like use that up for just various random accounts. So I'd have to avoid that, to avoid trolls, I would have to just you'd need to verify your account in game. Like you'd have to on Twitter, you'd have to say your Twitch name, and then in Twitch you'd have to say your Twitter name to like magically connect the two. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm not implementing that right now, so I still have a little more time to figure it out. But I don't know. Hmm. All right. Sorry. So, oh, you know what I could do is I could go with the higher of the two. No, I can't even do that because there's nothing to stop. Oh no, 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 yeah, I could transfer it over and go with the higher of the two. That just seems, if anything, more dangerous. I should probably just go with something very simple. Like, yeah, the accounts aren't linked until you link your accounts, and then once your accounts are linked, then hooray forever, or however long you want. All right. Okay. That was just a brief aside. So yeah, where's late dictionary? I'm pretty sure late dictionary is what I was about to edit. Yeah, here we go. All right. So if name not in. So instead of event dictionary, well, I guess we can use. No. We can't use event dictionary in case the name comes through in Twitter before it comes through here. So yeah. So if name not in participation. Oops. Sorry, I meant to have selected that, not just inserted a cursor in the middle. Pardon. If name not in participation list, index current event dot participation list current event dot participation ID dot players. Yeah. Then event dict. No, yeah. So we don't need to do anything with event dict anymore, but we do need to append the player in players dot append on name. What is this acted business? Oh yeah, acted. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. I think that was fairly straightforward. So now the only other time we need to add in the participation list is when we're processing tweets, and what we want to do there is only. Again, we'll just check the participation list. So then, if because the only way. There's no other way to have gotten on the participation list, right? Except, so the reason we check the participation list when processing tweets is because the same person could tweet twice, and we only want to consider the first one as valid. The second one doesn't really do anything. And what else? If the player participates in Twitch chat first and then later tweets, or vice versa, then we want to filter for participation there as well. Okay. I added little like pips on like the top corner of the screen up there, and so far I don't think they've either people have been ignoring them or just no one cares about them. I wasn't sure about that. I was gonna find out today if those are useful or at all. And so far the indication is that no, they're not in fact useful. Although today's been weird. I don't know, slow day today for whatever reason. All right. So, what am I? What am I to do next? I could actually start processing like tweet type stuff, right? Hypothetically. Oh, I could add the @ symbol into the character list so that I could treat Twitter players as like characters in the game. Maybe I'll take a quick break to do that, or like just a quick diversion to do that, because it's a very different sort of task, and probably shouldn't take that long. I hope not. I don't know. It's gonna be a little weird because like the font is like monospace, so. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be monospace. I mean, it doesn't actually have to be a character, technically. I could just strip the @ sign and like replace it with like any sort of image, because it's all just like blitted, right? So I could I wouldn't want to just strip the at character because then hypothetically someone could have a different like Twitter handle versus their Twitch name, or someone with the Twitch handle and a Twitter name that are the same. That's not necessarily the same person. So uh, let's see. See how well it would fit. What am I? All right. So where am I? Documents? No. Oops. This PC. No, I don't want to rename this PC. See. Projects. Journey. I think font char is the one that I want. Yeah, well, this is the last one that I was working on at any rate. Alright, so yeah, so this character is going to be roughly like. Hmm. I mean, I guess the closest character I have so far is the 0. Except this is going to be wider. How much wider can I go, though? Like if I try and go too wide, then I'll exceed like the monospace character spacing. And I guess that's the point where I'll have to, if I can't get it inside the monospace character spacing, that's the point where I'll have to consider like another solution, another type of solution. So let's see. What if we? Isn't one of these like? No. I thought one of those was like separate from the others. I'll try. Okay, wait. I'm gonna open this file twice. I don't know if that'll work. Font char. All right, now I have the same file open twice. I'm going to, from one of them, I'm going to. I'm gonna ungroup all this stuff, and which ones do I have selected right now? Oh yeah, the red one was like part of its own group for whatever reason. I think because it was the last one that I added, but ungroup that as well. There we go. Alright, so then I'm gonna cut this, close this, don't save, close without saving, and then paste it over here. There we go. I didn't really need to take the 0. I could have done whatever, but no, I guess I don't even really want the 0 per se. Now that I have it. Because what do I want to do? Like, it's not like the at symbol is not like a full circle. It's like, it's just like a lot of a circle. I might cheat the extent to which it's broken though. I might like hold on, where's the line width? Where's the oh, there we go. Stroke style. Wait, was it supposed to be 20? Is it, are the lines usually 20 width? Is that right? Yeah, 20. Oh, I guess actually I shouldn't be working with the shadow too, because by stretching it and like, wait, what? What's happening? I'm selecting things and I'm hitting delete, but they're not going anywhere. Oh, it's that stupid thing where there are like a million copies of it for whatever reason. I have no clue what that's about, but it's super annoying. Alright, well now I seem to have deleted most of the copies. Are there multiple copies of this? Apparently. Oh no, there are only 2 copies. What about this? Yep. Wow, look how many copies of that there are. No, only 3. Okay. Alright, so actually, yeah, I can get rid of this bar going across. So, the at symbol. What am I? Such a weird character. I guess I'll just draw it out best I can. I actually I'm gonna start with the black paint because that's just easier to see. Okay. So or actually wait, no, I'll keep it like that, and that'll be like the guideline, and then I'll just like draw over this, I guess. So yeah, first things first. There's like the the loop of the at character itself. Wait, what? Stroke style 20. There's like the because it's like a little A inside swirly whatever. Wait, what the heck is going on here? Oh yeah. So like the oops, come on. There's like the that's not that's not quite right. Wait, how do I do curves like this? Oh yeah, no, I guess do I do curves like this? I guess I actually haven't really done curves like this because this is a curve like this is like the type of curve that you get on like a lowercase letter, and I haven't done lowercase letters yet, so uh, this is probably fine. Actually, this should be roughly orthogonal. Nah, oh no, yeah, it should be. I want these to be roughly orthogonal, but I also want the top bar of the like inner A circly thing to be relatively flat on top. Like not perfectly flat maybe, but like relatively flat. I don't know, maybe that's fine. So then oops. So like oops. Nope. Sorry. So then like oops. Kinda like that, maybe. And then alright, yeah, so this is like hypothetically supposed to follow the curve of the circle-y part. And it could look a lot worse. And then actually, I might as well, instead of just using this as the backdrop, I might as well use it as like part of the thing. Because then what I'll do is, alright, so that's, the framing here is definitely a bit off. So actually let's fix that first. So like this is, what the heck, stop, what are you doing? Weirdo. Right. I don't know. Alright. So, yeah, if this were going to be framed nicely, it would be... Ugh. This doesn't want to get framed nicely. I don't know what that's about. Maybe... Actually, maybe... Hold on. Maybe I should bring this control point... that's a little bit better. A little bit. So... this could be worse. I mean, it could be better, but it could be worse. Yeah. Actually, I might not even need it to be so wide anymore. I could like bring this in a little bit. I said bring it in a little bit. I wonder if I could use the width of the original. Oh. That'd be nice. I think the at symbol is technically typically a little thicker than the O character, so maybe I should stay with the original thickness. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so yeah, so wait, hold on, we're not done yet, because well, for one thing, I moved these control points around, and now this curve doesn't line up at all anymore. But so first things, let's fix that. There we go. And then, yeah, so the last thing is to like cut off the bottom part, and I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to like, I don't know how to break that circle without making it not a circle anymore. So instead, I'm going to Do what? I guess I'll just use the line tool. No, I should use the... Yeah, no, I'll use the line tool. Line tool, like so. And... Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, whoops, yeah, I used the wrong... I always forget. To use the line tool, you don't click and drag, you just click once and then click again. Otherwise it... Yeah. Anyways, alright, so width, I don't know, like 100 or something? No, that's way too big. 40 maybe? But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to be white. And I'm also going to move this... Oops, no, not that. I'm going to move this shape up. And so now we basically just have like a little block that we can use to blot out the... Oh yeah, this actually does have to be a lot thicker. Hey, event time. Oops, what are you doing? Yeah, so we can just use this to like blot out the background a little bit. So then whoa, what the heck are you doing? So then like the funny thing about this is that the funny thing about this is that instead, like usually I do the part with the like the separate layers, like the green, the black, and the reddish. Like usually I do those. All together, but if I'm using this approach, I'll have to actually do that. Oops, whoa, what just happened? Undo. Apparently Control D is raised to top or something. No clue why. Yeah, right, because like this white layer, like this has to be like all the... Oh shoot, is this even gonna work? I might have to export these separately and then like smoosh them together at the end. Maybe. Because I don't think there's a way that I can order these that like the white squares or whatever will only cover up the circles without accidentally covering up the stuff underneath them. Like the... Yeah, no, I don't think there's an ordering that actually works here. So I could just instead of just using the circle and blotting out part of it, I could actually just like try and extend that curvy line tool so that it would basically do the same thing. I don't know. I hadn't thought that far ahead. Do I like that character? It's really thick. It's pretty thick. How's it compare to like a W? Because if it's thicker than like a W, I think W is one of the thickest characters. No, what's one of the thickest characters? I can just look what's one of the thickest characters. I remember that diagram. Makes no sense anymore, but whatever. Where am I? No, I'm in the wrong folder. So font char a PDN. Is this... God, I need to clean up this folder. No, that's not correct. File... What am I looking for? Font, looking for a PDN. And I'm looking for a paint.net file, but I forget which one. So font char E, I think, actually. Yeah, font char e.pdn. This should be correct. This is the big one, right? Yeah, which has the dividers. All right. So which of these? V is actually the widest character. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like the W has margins on the side, but it's the V character, and characters like it. Like I think the A character is also really wide. Yeah, those are actually the widest. So what I actually have to check is that in order to check if this character will fit inside the monospace font, what I actually have to check is whether it whether it's wider or narrower than the those angly characters, uh, which I happen to have one of right here. So hey, oops. All right. Well, it's a little hard to tell with that weird white block going on. So I'll just say object lower to bottom. There we go. All right, yeah. So this is definitely wider. Actually, wait, no, is it definitely wider? Yeah, it is wider. But we can fix that relatively easily just by hey, congratulations to 4 adventures. We can just, yeah, so we can narrow this in a bit. And that should get it basically to fit. Of course, then I do have to change the line width because I just reduced the line width. When you use the scale tool on line drawing things, whoops, what? Control D for some reason is raised to top, even though it says, according to this, that like home and end are raised to top. Anyways, so wait, undo. Wait, select this one and this one. No, both of these. Oh wait, yeah, shift click is to select both of them. I remember. Okay, so then, yeah, because I just scaled it down slightly, so it dropped down the line width, but, oops. I use deselect so often. Alright, so that now it's narrow enough that it at least, like, it's gonna be, like, right up against the edges, but that should be fine, I guess? I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so let's move this over here. Did I... Oh, wait, maybe Control D is duplicate. And so it looks like it's raising it to top because it's making the new one on the top, which would explain why I keep having like so many like weird stacked duplicate versions going on, because I reflexively do Control D. Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna make it a little bit narrower just in case, just ever so slightly narrower, because like that still reads fine, I feel like. Okay, and so once again, let's put the font or the weight back up to 20, or not 200, just 20. All right, cool. And so I guess I'll just export like the 3 different colors 3 different times, and that'll be fine. Because you can actually export things individually, which is nice. I found out. So if I go like File, Save As, or no, if I do Export Bitmap. Shore, whatever, export, then that file I just exported is, where does it go? What was it? No, what was it called? Something weird, like, path 1566, or 5166. I think this should just be, yeah, it's just the, but the white isn't actually transparent. Curses. Curses. Alright, so maybe I should just, man, I really wish there was like a way to like invisibilize parts of stuff, because like I want this outer ring to be a perfect circle, but I'd want it to stop at a certain point, and I don't know how to do that with Inkscape yet. So alright, well, I'll have to try something different. So let's get rid of that, and then I'll put this back to, is there like just a way to like, I really wish there was a way to just like break it. What am I doing? Whoa! Hey, look at that! What am I doing? I mean, I'm kind of doing what I want. Kind of. Whoa. I just need to do it the other way around. Okay, wait, hold on. No, do it the other way around. Stop. I was just like, I'll see what grabbing this thing does. Why would you... come on. Alright, wait, what if I just do that and then object, flip vertical? Yeah, look at that. That is some That is exactly what I was hoping for, sort of thing. What a wonderful thing to find. All right, so now I know how to do that. You apparently